Hi, salam. So, for maybe a month or two, I've been doing this thing where, like, I joined these, Facebook groups, for mental health, right? So, there are the groups that are, like, just for mental health, like, generally, and then there are the ones that are, like, for mental health, but then the group itself would be filled with Muslims. I think everybody in there is a Muslim. And then there are other groups about like spiritual health and Islam and things like that. And so, what I've been kind of doing is like if you follow me on, well, literally anything, you'll notice that like a lot of the stories that I post these days are like posts from those groups, and then I'll also like post my comment, whatever it is that I commented with in the post in the group. And so I'm noticing this one theme, kind of like a common theme, and it's like people keep saying like, don't give me all this advice about like if you get close to Allah, you'll never be sad, and you'll magically heal from depression and whatever. And people are really tired of hearing that, I guess, or something. And so it really got me thinking, like, okay, I really feel like talking about this, because there was also this one post where the person was really upset about how they don't feel connected to Allah and they don't feel close to Allah, even though they're like doing all of these prayers, and like they're trying, they're really really trying, but then they don't really see any like change, not in their mental health or in their relationship with Allah, basically. So yeah, so I wanted to just talk a little bit about some of the things that you can do to like feel more connected. So the post was saying that like they're praying and everything, but then they feel nothing. So what I would invite you to do is to like really focus on one aspect of the prayer where you would really like talk your heart out to Allah. And I would choose sujood, prostration. That's like the closest that we can ever, like that's the position where you're the closest to Allah. And so pray for the things that you want when you're prostrating. I remember back when I was like, really, really in the trenches, I was like, serious depression mode, horrible anxiety, feeling like absolute hell. It was, yeah, it was awful, really. And so I would, I too, like, I remember I struggled with prayer. Prayer to me just kind of felt like these movements, and then like I started to try to focus on just one part of it, the prostration. And so I would actually cry when I'm making sujood. And so cry your heart out in that moment. Talk to Allah. Talk to him like you would talk to a therapist or a really, really close friend. He is the healer. He is the all-knowing. He knows what you're struggling with. He knows what you're suffering from. He gets you better than anybody else in this world. He gets you better than you even understand yourself. So talk to him and bare your soul to him, and oh my God, it's very, very, very profound. And you wouldn't really understand what I'm saying unless you tried it. So go and try it. And just talk your heart out to Allah. Tell him about everything that you're going through. Tell him what those people said about you, or what they said to you, or what they did to you, or what happened to you. Just how you're feeling, basically, and just really talk, you know? I remember there would be times where I would, like, one prayer for me would take, like, I don't know, 15, like 10, 15 minutes. Whereas usually it would be like, 5 or even less than that. So, really, like, take this opportunity to do that. I think there's a hadith or a ayah or something that does say that, like, the closest that we can get is when we're prostrating. It's something like that. I might do a post about it or something, so do follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you want to, like, check out my comments in that group. I might also share a link to the group in the description or something. But yeah, so that's one way that you can feel closer. I personally feel super freaking close when I'm praying, but like I'm making dua, okay? So I'm supplicating. I started off with like thanking Allah, and oh my God, gratitude is so incredibly important because it sets your entire tone, and it like solidifies your energy throughout like that moment that you're supplicating in, you know? And so thank Allah for the innumerable blessings that He's bestowed upon you, and just like really try to name them, even like thank you for the fact that I'm alive today, right? That I, like, every day I wake up with this new opportunity to worship you and to do good things and to try new stuff and to be happy and to be closer to you and to do good deeds and all these things, right? So thank Allah for that. I feel like that's one thing we really do take for granted. Thank Allah for this opportunity that He's given you to come closer to Him. Thank Him that you're praying to Him right now, because that in itself is a blessing. Other people, they don't really care about that, you know? They don't have this like burning desire to be closer to Allah, and so imagine the number of sins that they do that they don't ever repent from, or the lives that they're leading, where they don't feel fulfilled, they don't feel connected, they don't feel spiritual, right? But you have that, right? You want that, and here you are praying to Allah, and so this is a blessing, and so this is something that you need to thank Him for, right? Thank Him for your eyes, for your beautiful hair. If you think you're completely and totally ugly, thank Him for the family that you have, or the friends that you have, or your ability to express yourself, your ability to write these posts, to talk, to think, the fact that you have a brain. Like, seriously, I could go on and on about this. Thank Him. Just constantly keep, thank Him. Start off your prayer moment that way, your supplication, your dua. And then, of course, send blessings to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And what I really like to do is I'll take a name from one of Allah's names, and I personally really I'm so in love with this one name, Al-Jabbar. You'll be hearing me speak about that a lot in my upcoming videos. I did a few and I still haven't uploaded them, but yeah, I talk a lot about that name. And so basically say the name and then ask Allah for the benefit from that name. So Al-Jabbar means the mender of broken hearts, the healer, right? So ask Him for healing. Ask Him to mend your heart. Ya Jabbar, ijburni. Okay, and then you can also say Ya Rahim, irhamni. Ya Ghafoor, ighfirli. Ya Kareem, ikrimni. Ya Razzaq, irzuqni. I'm sorry, I'm not really translating all these. Basically, Rahim is the all-merciful. Razaq is like the one who gives. I'm just like translating these like off the top of my head. I'm not sure if these are like the exact words for it or not, but yeah. What is up with my voice? Yeah, so just, take a name and then use it, right? In a very small, very short, very simple dua, okay? And really mean it. This is incredibly important. If you want to feel connected to Allah, you need to get your energy in the right place, okay? If you're going into this thinking that, like, you know what, Allah never even answers my prayers, so why the hell bother? And it's just getting, wait, is it better now? I think it's, okay, yeah. Well, there's not really much of a difference. Anyways, yeah, if you're thinking, like, why the hell bother? Then, Annie, what do you think is going to happen? I have mentioned this hadith probably a million times. And I'm going to keep mentioning it because it's like one of my absolute most favorite hadith. It's أنا عند ظن عبدي بي فليظن بي ما شاء. And I think in one riwayah it goes on to say, like, إن ظن بي الخير فهو الخير أو فله الخير وإن ظن بي الشر فله الشر. Like, if you're going to believe in your heart that Allah is going to punish you, or He's going to give you bad things in life, or He's never going to heal you from your depression, or He's going to do this and this and that, or whatever, or just like whatever you're believing, that's what's going to be. So if you choose to believe that no, Allah is kind and benevolent and beautiful and generous, and He's going to give me everything that I want and more, then guess what? You're going to get everything you want and more. And this takes practice. Like this, you might think like, okay, I tried what you're saying, Nouri, but it didn't work. Try it again. Keep trying, and notice the blocks that come in your way. So you might be like, trying to have this trust and this faith, and you're trying to feel connected, and you're trying to get your energy behind all your like prayers and all of that. But then you start to feel like, you know what? In the past, there was this one prayer that I prayed for that I never really got answered. And so I don't think these prayers are going to get answered. That, my friends, is a mental block. It's a spiritual block. It is a freaking block that needs to be kicked out of the road so that you can go down your path to connectedness and to beautiful, vibes with Allah, basically. So that's one of my absolute most favorite ways to connect. There's this one dua that I'll share with you here. I shared it in another video and I really went into depth, I think, in it, but it's okay, I'll share it in this one too, no problem. اللهم يا جبار السماوات والأرض اجبرني جبرا يتعجب منه ملائكة السماء وجنود الأرض جبرا يليق بجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. My super close friend, my soul sister, Rowan, told me about this dua, and oh my god, it has been a lifesaver for me. Wallah, like it's just, I love this dua. It's like you're calling on Allah by one of His names, Al-Jabbar. Allahumma ya Jabbar as-samawati wal-ard, right? اجبرني جبرا يتعجب منه ملائكة السماء وجنود الأرض. Mend my heart and mend my broken heart, my broken life in a way that, like, it literally leaves everybody, like, on earth and even the angels in the sky in awe. Just imagine that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then the last part of the dua says, جبرا يليق بجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. Mend my heart in a way, like give me a mending or a healing that only you can give me. You know? It's a bit different in Arabic. It's actually way more beautiful in Arabic, but I'm really trying my best here. This is, as always, a very impromptu video. And I'm just like, going from the heart here. But yeah, I hope that like this dua touched your heart the way that it keeps touching mine. And I hope that you felt something from it. And I hope you take something from this video. I'm trying to think of something else that maybe you can do. Yeah, another thing about your dua, try to make sure that you're doing it in a time where it's like, yani, inshallah, bismillah, it's going to be automatically answered, okay? There's this one day, last Friday, so today's Sunday, and it's like, what, 3, 4 a.m. right now? 4 or 5, I don't even know. So yeah, this right now, this is a time to pray, because it's the الثلث الأخير من الليل. So it's like the third quarter, or like not quarter, sorry. Quarter. The last third of the night. There we go. It's the last third of the night. And so this is a beautiful time where Allah literally comes down to like our level of earth, and He asks, like, is there someone who's praying for something that I can answer their prayers for? Is there someone who is repenting from a sin that I can forgive? Basically, Allah is here right now just to answer our prayers, and to hear us and to listen to us. So this is a beautiful time. I was telling you about last Friday. So the last hour of Friday, and some people even say that like the entire Friday, inshallah, your prayers will get answered. And you know what? You know what I believe? If you believe that at any hour of Friday or at any hour of the day, your prayers are going to get answered, they're going to get answered. Okay? They will. That's just how it happens. Okay? But yeah, so the last hour of Friday, so it was raining, which is another beautiful time to be praying. So it was raining and it was the last hour. And I just remember, oh my God, I prayed for so many things. I just had like a weird hiccup with a friend. It was kind of a fight, but not really. It was a very weird thing. So I was praying to Allah, like, if me and this friend, like, we have good for each other, or like we have good intentions for each other, and we're both good for each other, then please, like, bring us back together. And guess what? I swear to God, today I wake up to this, like, absolutely beautiful email from this person, and it makes my whole world, And then I got, like, all these other prayers answered. I was praying so much istikhara about YouTube. I wasn't sure about it. And I was feeling very iffy about it, And I was asking Allah, like, if this is good for me, then let it be. And, like, show me that it's good for me, or it's not, if it's not good for me. And so I'm just, like, getting, like, new subscribers, getting a lot of really good feedback, a lot of really good, like, voice messages from people, and it's been amazing, And of course, this is all from, like, كله بفضل ربنا طبعا, and, like, it's all, Allah's beautiful blessings, but also, like, my faith definitely played a role. And so if you ask me, like, how do you feel so connected to Allah, this is it. This is how I feel connected. I don't want this to be too long. It's already 19 minutes. But I feel like there's so much more I want to say, honestly. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to stop this and do a part 2. Bye.